Yes, good evening. And in this video, I'll share with you some of my thoughts on how you can actually invest $100,000 cash grant. Now, normally you'd know I would actually start with what's in the box, but you see I actually have my cup, like I say my cup, a cup, and you'll be seeing this cup a lot in the future. It's actually one of my first presents, or the first present I actually got for this year. It's given to me by a friend. And many persons looking at this would be like, since when I accept presents? Well, I actually now opened myself to the idea after so long, and she actually got me this cup. Now, I'm going to say it now, Bianca Cummings, she actually got me. It was just a black cup, but actually when you pour, I just poured tea in it. I don't know if it's going to change with any other liquid being probably room temperature or cold, but it actually has some text there. And on this side, it actually has an image of us when we went for our first restaurant review. So I'm going to say thank you to her for that. Now, let's get into the $100,000 cash grant. Now, how exactly, or what are some things you can actually do with this money for investment purposes? Now, of course, many persons would be like, oh, don't tell persons what to do. This is more about education. It's for persons to actually understand that, yes, you would see a lot of persons saying it's not enough, they could give more, but it's what you have accessible to you right now. So what exactly can you do with it? Now, one thing I would probably suggest if you're living in a farming community is doing a kitchen garden. Now, it could help you save some of your purchases for vegetables, and it's actually an avenue where you can actually sell. But of course, you can't just jump into agriculture, you need to actually learn about it. And that's the funny thing about the $100,000 that they're offering. Many of the things that it's there, you need to actually develop a skill to actually invest in something. So that's a little bit of, that's interesting, and the avenues are there, I believe, where a person can actually learn about different businesses, basically, for example, agriculture. Good. But of course, many persons that know me know that I'm more tech. So I'm going to give you some tech references that you can actually make use of. So the first one I'd actually suggest is if you don't own a computer, you need to purchase a computer. You can actually purchase some of them now for as low as $40,000. Of course, that's not going to be high-end and very fast. But some of the ideas I'm actually offering to you doesn't require you to actually have a very fast computer. You just need to have a computer. So the first one is social media management. Many businesses are being launched, and persons want help with not just creating the Facebook business page, but managing the Facebook business page. And in doing so, you'll actually be able to earn some revenue right at your home. Now, that there, I would not say make it a full-time business. Consider this approach for this $100,000. You start small and then you scale it up. So it's a side job basically. So you manage the page, but you still, of course, have a normal job. And as you can probably get more persons in, invest in your business, they want your services, you actually then could upscale it. So that's just one avenue. Next avenue is graphic design. Now, you don't need to have Photoshop and the other high-end ones. You can actually do something like Canva and Post to My Wall. Those two options can actually help you create some pretty amazing graphics because, of course, presentation is everything. And again, it's going on Facebook, so the image still gets downgraded anyways. Now, before I actually continue about that, I'm just going to touch once more on Bianca Cummings. She's actually relaunching her business, Grown to Lead, sometime later on this year. And I believe she's actually going to do some reveals this month here in January. So you can actually head over to her Facebook page, Grown to Lead, or you can just look up for her, Bianca Cummings, and check out TikTok for her Lady Bianca. And you can actually see when she comes out with that. Why I bring that up? Her business, Grown to Lead, is actually about professional and or personal growth. And there are very interesting tips and guides, I would want to say, that she actually does in her training sessions that can actually help you better able to manage your, again, personal and professional growth. So look forward to that soon. Now, of course, I'm still going to talk about tech. So what exactly else can I talk about? Now, for those persons that are wanting to be vloggers, of course, you can purchase a ring light, or for me, as you would notice here, I actually have a light behind me and I actually have two in front of me. So for those that are getting more into photography and videography, you can consider actually purchasing some lights, especially if you're doing videography. If you're just more on the photography side, you can consider purchasing a flash or even a tripod. That's what my camera is on right about now. So I'm going to share more, of course, in the future about tech that you can actually buy in terms of improving photography and videography with the 100,000. And I'm also going to share with you exactly what I may be doing with that grant when I actually receive it. So one of the options I actually have is to purchase a strobe. They're relatively around $329 US for some of the mid-level ones, or I can actually go ahead and purchase a new camera lens. So I do have a few options as a photographer and a videographer that I can actually make use of with the grant. Now, if you actually have any suggestions that I did not mention, because again, I can just speak a little bit about agriculture, but I'm more on the tech side. And you may have some ideas that you can actually share with persons that they can actually invest in. Because I didn't even talk about actually coming together with a group of persons and actually establishing a business. Of course, you need to consider start small and scale. So that's it for this video. I hope that you are getting more comfortable in 2025. There's a lot of things happening right now, not just in Ghana, but around the world. And well, we need to do our best to actually grow. So that being said, I hope that you found this to be informative and do enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.